would be a proper position for this post.
Mr. Burns?
I would recommend to the legislature, and hope they will follow and join me, in a move to take the Tourist Development Bureau out of the Development Commission. I would not put it in the State Hotel or Motel Commission, as had been requested by that organization, because they are an inspection group to maintain quality and health standards. But I do feel that there should be a separate bureau for the development of tourism and advertising for the state. And as I said a moment ago, it should be located here in the center of tourism in deep South Florida.
Well, another question, what value do you place on these joint appearances? Do you think they accomplished anything constructive, Mr. Burns?
Well, if both candidates took their time to present to the people of Florida a clear-cut understanding of their philosophies and their programs and the background from which they were drawing their experience, I think they could be of great value. I'm disappointed again tonight that my opponent will not appear on this basis.
Mr. High?
I don't believe I quite understand you, Mr. Burns. We had an opportunity tonight to appear on Channel 10 together. I was in favor of that. We had an opportunity to appear jointly last night in Palm Beach. I was in favor of that. As a matter of fact, I think that when you and I are asking the people of Florida to give to us the most important possession that they own, and that is their right to vote, or their vote, that we should make every effort that we can to appear as often as we can and in all sections of the state of Florida. I would hope that you would accord me the same courtesy that is being accorded you here tonight, and that we might appear in Jacksonville, Florida together, as well as in other parts of the state. I believe it's good to...
Mr. High, the only courtesy that you have afforded me since I have been a candidate and you have entered the second primary has been to attack with unfounded and unprecedented viciousness in your effort to confuse the public and seek votes. And I refuse to reduce the dignity of the high office of governor, which I seek to fill, in order to reach this depth of politics. I put you on notice now, and the public, that you have certainly the advantage of TV coverage or newspaper coverage or radio, anything that you choose. I shall refuse henceforth to meet with you, Mr. High, because of these abuses which you are perpetrating on the public. This concludes my appearance here.
I want to answer Mr. Burns, and I believe that I have the right to do so. I want to reiterate that as soon as it became evident that Mr. Burns and I were in this runoff, that Mr. Burns got on TV in Orlando and in other sections of this state and called me the NAACP-sponsored candidate. Mr. Burns, it was you who began that, not I. I don't believe that you will deny that you called me the NAACP-launched and sponsored candidate. So you were the one, Mr. Burns. Just a moment, I didn't interrupt you. You were the one who chose the one-plank racist platform and made this charge against me. I didn't start this. Then when we were at the University of Tampa, Mr. Burns, after you had made this attack on me, I told the students at the university and the people who were listening to that program and watching it on television that while you had made this attack on me after the runoff, that prior to the runoff in March of this year, that you had accepted a $500 campaign contribution from Dr. Mizell, the past vice president of the NAACP.